Hello there. Welcome to our little shop. So today we're going to get into something. I'm going to show you one of my sneaky little tricks here. This Gretsch came into the shop the other day. It's a new guitar. It's been relicked and all that. One of the biggest problems he had is it needed set up, and there'd been some shifting during shipping. The bridge had popped off the posts here and banged up a couple frets with strings. Not real bad. The big thing was, it needed set up, but his biggest complaint was the string was falling off the treble side of the neck. So I ended up actually making him a new nut for it to change the spacing properly. It was actually cut way too close. But what we're going to get into here is, I had a very difficult time getting this nut out. I actually had to saw it in half along the length of the nut and collapse it to get it out. It was glued in very well and fit very tightly. So in the process of getting it out and all that, I managed to get it out cleanly, but I noticed later that we had just a little chipping on both sides of the ends of the nuts here. And that's because the finish was relicked right up there, and the adhesion problems were bad anyway. Those chips did not come out when I took the nut out. They actually come out later. So, plan here is do something with that. Okay, now how you gotta match this finish? Frankly, a lot of people, like I said, the guitar's been relicked, it's got nicks, bangs, this and everything else. A lot of people would leave that alone. But it looks unnatural. So, not on my watch. We're going to actually disguise this. Now, how we going to match the finish? Well, that's where the sneaky part comes in. So what we are going to do here is, with a clean utility knife blade, is very carefully scrape some of the finish away from some of the cavities in very inconspicuous spots to give us some chips of blue paint. Well, we've harvested some finish here. There wasn't much blue on this guitar, maybe one coat. It was very thin. You had to be very careful not to get any wood in it. There was a lot more clear on the guitar than there was blue, that's for sure. So we've got some clear mixed in with this. So we're going to drop this on a very clean piece of glass here. I've already got a couple drops of thinner on it that you probably can't tell is there. So let's see what happens. And voila. A few more drops of thinner, a little bit of mixing, some sorting out a little couple pieces of dirt. We have paint. So we've drop filled our lacquer in the chips here. On that side, hang on, tailpiece, a little one right there, and this one. So we'll give that some time to set up overnight. I'll sand it down with some 2000 grit and buff it out. It'll be like nothing ever happened. So I wanted to catch up on our progress here. This is dried overnight. We've sanded it down with some 2000 grit. Hang on, I'll show you the other side. Okay. So I'm going to buff this out and it'll be done. So there we are, all buffed out. And if we take a really close look here, you can see the checking has even stayed intact. So we didn't fill it in either. The cracks are still all there. Like it never happened. Shh. I guess that wasn't my fault anyway. If you're following my videos, and you've seen me do this before, and a lot of people have asked me what I use to buff this stuff out with. Of course, I couldn't show you what I was doing here because I had to have both hands. And it wasn't a position where I could actually lock the camera down anywhere. So Some of my customers have actually asked me what I use. They refer to it as my miracle product. There's no miracle. It's a little bit of elbow grease and some turtle wax liquid polishing compound. I actually use a cloth diaper to do it once you sand it down. But I use this stuff to clean guitars with, the really nasty stuff. Like I said, if you've been following the videos, you've seen me use it to clean a few things. I always use it to buff out finish touch-ups and so on. When I used to refinish guitars, and build guitars, I actually used to use it for the final buffing with a foam pad. So, there you go. The idea here was just to show you how to do a quick, sneaky touch-up. So, no color matching involved. Hope you get a little something from that. Until next time, play nice. I'll see you later.